title is, as seen on TV, must be true. Anna, come on down.
How many of you watch TV daily? You're not alone. According to the Nielsen statistics, an average American watches more than 5 hours live TV every day, which robs his or her about 9 years of his life. But how many of you believe everything you see there? No? Huh. As seen on TV must be true. I am here to tell you, never underestimate the power of this entertaining, mesmerizing, lying 99% of the time, colorful box. If you are a business owner, get your message out there. So here is my story how I did it just a few weeks ago. It all started back in Russia when my TV set kept showing me the United States of America is the country of best opportunities. As seen on TV must be true. So I thought and left Mother Russia for good. I worked really hard, fulfilling this opportunity this country gave me as I was climbing to the very top of it, and I became a fully credentialed speech and language teacher with an annual income of almost $100,000. But as I was teaching my school students for 8 long years, my TV set kept advising me, it is a great time to buy a house. As seen on TV must be true. And I became a lake house owner. Fast forward, I was really glad when I was able to sell it a few years later. But back then, I was so happy. I had a pretty comfortable life. And I became pretty complacent. But little did I know that the universe had a different plan for me. Only 3 days after my housewarming party, I became notified that the school district that I worked for was out of the money. And that together with other high-paid but new to the district teachers, I would have to be let go. Huh? My TV set never warned me about such a possible outcome. In frustration and anger, I turned off and never watched this misleading box until later. After I had developed my unique business, people started questioning me in emails, text messages. If you can 100% guarantee that anyone can stop stuttering in your psychophysical training in only 3 days, how come I have never seen you on TV? It must not be true then. I had to turn back on my old abandoned friend in search for finding the better place to make my announcement. Stuttering is solved! But in the process, I learned that every TV station was owned privately and catered to advertisers, and that most TV announcers had to read the scripts. They had to tell a vision of those who paid them. And they laughed at my naive attempt to challenge the lie that had been seen on TV many, many times. Stuttering is a neurological, genetic, medical condition with no known cure. And they politely declined my bold attempt to make a free announcement on their TV station. However, while attending medical conferences, speaking with doctors who call themselves and act as health educators, I released the truth to not a doctor, but one of the best doctors in New York area for many years. And Dr. Derek De Silva invited me to become his guest at his weekly show. It's called 12 to Your Health, Edison, New Jersey. And I have, of course, a copy of this, my performance, my interview, and I would like you to see just how it went, okay? Can you turn the light on just for 1 minute?
How do you know that stuttering is really not a medical problem?
You know, I know stuttering is not a medical condition for very simple 3 reasons, okay? So, but let me put back on temporarily these glasses of illusion that I used to wear. This is reason number 1. For 30 years of my professional experience as a conventional speech therapist, that's when I observed how miserably medical approach, conventional help system, failed to assist efficiently people who stutter. Reason number 2, I have studied some historical documents in English as well as in Russian languages, and I've learned some fact inadvertently or purposefully hidden from English language readers. I know for sure who, when, how, and why invented this false, never proven to exist, stuttering medical condition. And reason number 3, last but not least, I've observed hundreds of more or less severe stutterers dropping their stuttering and becoming natural, normal speakers in only 3 days of their intensive Etalon Speech Gymnastics training.
Well, you know, the whole idea of, I mean, I had a cousin who used to stutter, and I remember him going through this and how difficult it was for him. But I think that if there's an option, if there's an alternative, I think this is the type of program that I like to have to let people know that there are other options out there. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure.
And what do you think? Right after my message reached the audience, the TV spectators, they exclaimed, "As seen on TV, must be true!" And I started receiving phone calls, messages, emails from New Jersey residents who turned off, at least temporarily, this 99% of the time misleading box and started watching my truth-telling YouTube videos. If you are a business owner, never underestimate the magic power of television. Get your message there. Get them to tell your vision.